My name is Hassan. I go by Big Hass, and uh, I feel like a midget after listening to these amazing, speakers. Like really amazing. And afterwards, I'm sure we're gonna have beautiful, beautiful, and inspiring stories. So I'm a human being that believes in good, authentic vibes and good, authentic things. I want to talk to you guys about my story from a blog to FM. And yeah, all good. I definitely can't dance like these guys for sure. You'll run away. So basically, I come from Saudi Arabia. I just relocated here to Dubai. The reason why I relocated was my son was diagnosed with autism. Now, in Saudi Arabia, sadly, there isn't much support and care when it comes to autism, and I wanted to make something. He's my hero. I love him, and of course, I wanted to make something. And I felt that to move to Dubai is a good thing. Why? Because there's so many centers and so much awareness about autism. Autism is not a disease. It's a way of life, a way of understanding, a way of perception, and I just wanted to give him that platform. And yeah, so I just moved in 4 months ago. It's been a little bit of struggle, and when I found out about TEDx AUS, it's like thing local. What I do, I host Saudi's first FM hip hop radio show. It's the only show, one of the few shows in the region that actually supports local talent and talks about the true essence of hip hop. And usually from my experiences is when you say hip hop, you are you're targeting. Sorry, I'm going to say it. It's like the booty shaking and all the drinking and the women and stuff like that. And it's not really. I mean, who here knows what rap stands for? Raise your hand. Oh, come on, rap. So let me shock you. Rap stands for rhythm and poetry. Yeah, let me see the O's and the I's. So like, yeah, it's like shi'r wa iqa'. So this is what's beautiful about hip hop. And I just want to know if my presentation will be ready. If not, I can start. It's cool. Are we cool? No. Okay. Just give me the thumb. Is it working? I'll finish it quickly, but I need my presentation if possible. Okay. Wow, awkward moment. But anyway, like I said, I mean, my because I really depend on my presentation throughout. So if possible, that would be really great. I can see them haram running. They're doing a great job. Shout out to the volunteers, guys. Give them a big round of applause. Okay. I definitely can't rap, but I wish I could. Anyway, I'll just start, and hopefully across we'll manage it. So my story begins like any other thing, like the ladies were talking. It's like a spark. It's the flame. So one day I was just in 2009. I was just chilling in the car with my friend who just came from Canada, and we have a mixtape. A mixtape, for the people who don't know, it's like a combination of songs put together. So from different artists, and I heard artists from Iraq, from Syria, wow, from Lebanon, from the Gulf, artists I never hear on the radio. And this is the spark. I was like, dude, I'm sick of what FM radio is playing. I'm sick of the same top 10 songs playing the same 10 subject, or the same subject actually. And I'm sick of that. So that was the spark. That was the flame. And I was like, what can I do? What can I do? 2009. Okay, wait. Let me start a blog. And I don't know how many people here know me, but really, I'm not that creative guy. I just really went to blogger.com, boom, blah, blah, blogger, and opened and, made a new blog. What do I call the blog? I was thinking of so many things. I was, in Saudi Arabia at that time. And I decided to call the blog Revolt. Okay? And yeah, I know. And it's like re-volt. Now, how did this whole thing come through? It's like a combination of two words. So revolution, yes, I wanted to revolt against the mindless music that is that entertainment is force feeding us and you guys. I wanted to revolt against that. And voltage, because one of my dreams is to actually own a radio station one day. I believe in the power of radio. I still believe it's a very important medium. So Revolt came through in 2009. Now, what is Revolt? Revolt is like an online radio blog that focuses on underground music. In the beginning, I was focused on all sort of music. So I'm talking about alternative, pop, hip hop, rock. If you are underground artist, if you're talented, you're gonna make it on my blog. Period. Now, what happened? What happened is the Arab hip hop movement bus happened, or train. It's like I was walking like this, and then boom, all of a sudden, I found out about the Arab hip hop movement. Some like a guy my age or younger spitting, that means rapping about something different than shake your booty, and I was like, yes, beautiful. You're talking about social issues, community issues, political issues. We live in an area where, yes, it is, saturated with politics, so it's real. And I was like, okay, I want to make the blog dedicated to hip hop and Arabic hip hop, especially support the Arab hip hop. So alhamdulillah, I went on a small journey where I started to flying from Jeddah to Beirut, Jeddah to, even sometimes I went to Jordan and a few other cities to cover Arab hip hop artists and interview them. Sometimes it was the first interview ever. And I was like, I'm a blogger supporting Arab hip hop. Like, whoa, we have a blogger supporting. Back then, 5-6 years back, really no one really knew that Arab hip hop, even existed. So why hip hop? Now, hip hop for me is a way of life. Hip hop is a culture. For people who don't know, rap is that element of hip hop. So you have DJing, which is the #1 element of hip hop. Back then, the DJ was the essence. The MC was like, ladies and gentlemen, you're having a good time. Raise your hands. Yes, wave. Yeah, okay, and that's it. That's the power of the MC. But the DJ was the essence. So DJing, MCing, break dancing or breaking, what we call it, and of course graffiti. So these are all elements of hip hop. It's all that, culture. And it's very important to know that for me, that hip hop is a culture that, pushes positivity and of course pushes, hip hop is the voice of the voiceless. صوت للناس ما عندها صوت. So this is what's beautiful about, hip hop. That's how it started in the late 70s, actually, early 80s, and it was really, really, really powerful to spit lyrics or talk about something that will elevate your mind. Hence, this whole thing about pushing, of course, hip hop. Now, I went on a journey where, okay, I love the mic, as you can see. I love it, and I think, right now I am powerful. Why? Because I can speak and you can hear every single word. So I went on a journey where I started an online radio, but really on a good day, really good day, 200 people would tune in. Like 200 people would tune in on my show. I wanted more. I wanted more interactivity. So I went to a journey from, I went to Jeddah, I went to Beirut, I went to actually Dubai, I went to Doha, and I went to Bahrain. So in all these, of course, cities/countries, I pitched the idea of a hip-hop show that talks about the essence of hip-hop, supports local talent, support local regional talent, and interview, hip-hop heads, we call it. I swear to God, in these 4 cities, I met somehow, they're all, it's like, 4 different people, but they have the same answer to me. They're like, stood like this. You not DJ? I'm like, no, I'm not a DJ, but I'm a host. You don't play 50 Cent and Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne. I'm like, it's like Lil Wayne, but anyway, all right, okay, whatever you want. I'm like, sir, no, I'm not a DJ. I'm more like a host. I want to talk. I want to interview the artist. I want to, make a change. I was so passionate. I was like, no, out. And I don't know, maybe at that time I didn't have the spark. I didn't have maybe a wasta. I don't know. I'm not sure. But at that time, I really didn't get it. So I went back to Jeddah, somehow with a broken hearted, and I felt really bad. Before I leave on that journey, one radio station existed in Saudi. Believe it or not, we have one radio station, and they don't play music at all. And so, yeah. So basically, a couple of new opened, like more young, more shabab. And one of them was called Mix FM. I swear to God, I remember till this day, 5 years ago, how I was sitting in front of the director's office. And I was sitting every day for 6 months, really, sitting on his door, telling him, sir, we need the show. Saudi Arabia needs the show. people need to hear good hip hop. People need to hear good music on the radio. I have so much. 6 months, ladies and gentlemen. I swear to God, alhamdulillah, after 6 months, I was able to make history and launch Saudi's first and only FM hip hop radio show, Lesh Hip Hop. Beautiful, yes. And alhamdulillah, you know, I started, you know, like we say, started from the bottom that we hear, and alhamdulillah, it's like, yeah, you know, I made it. But it's very important to think locally, and the show in Saudi Arabia, Lesh Hip Hop, which means why hip hop, is the only show in Saudi and one of the few shows in the region that actually supports local talent because they're talented, not because of the numbers of followers they got. And it's a problem I have sometimes with the station. Okay, this girl can play guitar, she can sing. How many followers she got? But 10. Why does it matter? She sings beautifully, get her on the show. And I did. And alhamdulillah, some of them right now are like big names and they have shows, they're being booked all over the world just because they have a video, you know, on my show. So, like anything in business and in life, you have to be, you gotta be diverse. It's very important. So I'm not only a radio show, I'm not a radio host. I wanted to launch something more. I did something called The Beat, you know? And The Beat is a series of events aimed to support local artists by having them perform live. The first beat I did was in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, very underground. 40 people showed up, and 2 artists actually said, we don't perform in a cafeteria. It was in a cafeteria, you know, and they said, no, sorry, I am better than a cafeteria, I don't perform. Okay, fine. So I did beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, beat 5, and beat 6, 850 people showed up. Yeah. Yeah. All underground. I went to Bahrain as well, did one in Bahrain, and I want to do one in Dubai, hopefully, where all of you guys are welcome. Free tickets for everybody. But yeah, it's like, so I did that. I hosted as well a couple of amazing big names. Who here knows LL Cool J? Cool. So guess what, ladies and gents? LL Cool J's first interview with any Arab FM was with this person in front of you today. Yeah. And I swear, he was like, when I spoke to his manager, and he's like, Saudi? Hip-hop? What? What are you talking about? Yes, of course. And he gave me a big salute on the air. Basically, what he said was, thank you for welcoming me into your culture, because as a leader of hip-hop, I want to thank you for allowing me to speak to you guys. And I was like, wow, LL Cool J is on the radio, and he's talking. So, as well as others, hopefully, I just want to show you a slide, if it's ready, hopefully, yeah. 5 seconds, let's count together. 5, 4. 3, 2. Yes! All right, perfect. So, can I have the clicker? I'll have to skip a few slides. Or if you can skip, yes. Yeah. Give them a big round of applause, please, the technical team. Back, yeah. All right, perfect. So, perfect slide, okay. So, okay, next slide. All right, so where did hip hop take me? I went to Bahrain, went to Kuwait, went to Qatar, went to the US for the first time 3 years ago, mind-blowing experience, Austria and Sweden. Let me talk to you about Sweden for a second. I'm chilling in my house, and I get an email from Sweden, Lund University, one of the biggest universities in Europe maybe. It's like, dear Big Hass, we were following your work. We love what you do with hip hop. We'd like to invite you to speak to 10,000 students in a university. I'm like, yes! You know, 100%. Yeah, thank you very much. Give her a big round of applause. Okay, now it should work. Cool. So basically what happened was, you know, I went to Sweden. I spoke to 10,000 people. I just want to say a quick story here about what happened to me in Sweden. So I spoke about my journey about hip hop. But what really was really amazing to me, and this is what I tell all the time the youth. After my presentation, a young woman came to me. I think she was from Finland. And she came to me, she's like, I want to shake your hand. I'm like, yeah, it's free, go ahead. Yep. So I shake her hand, and she said, thank you, and listen to this. I can't believe she's like, thank you for changing my perception about Islam. I'm like, wow. You are an ambassador, not to your country, to the religion that you represent. And I was like, what? Why? She's like, you're humble, you're positive, your energy. All I see in the news is like, ah, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, whoa, you know. So I'm like, okay, you know. And these are some of the pictures I took with, this is Run DMC from DMC. I don't know if you guys know him. This is, he's a legend, some local talent as well. Okay, so this is the beat. This is my motto. Rising up with the beat is all about the underground. And this is the cafeteria where I actually did my first beat. Alhamdulillah, the 6-1 in Saudi Arabia was actually really nice. These are some of the local talent in Saudi Arabia. 750 people came, and it was really, really, really beautiful. Alhamdulillah, it was really nice in Saudi, and I did as well a couple other beats, and I want to do one here. It's all about exposing local talent, which is very important. Problem that we have in the Arab world is, and this is something maybe, I'm not saying Dubai as well, but we bring all the artists from outside, and we idealize them, and we have so much talent in here that we should support. Okay, so I always say these words, which keep positive, stay the course, keep working, be persistent, don't back down from your beliefs. I'm sure you've heard that, but believe me, wallahi, these things, I've followed them to that exact point, and this is why I'm here today. It's because of these things, and it's very important to be that, to stay positive, to stay the course. Don't back down from your beliefs, and don't let anybody tell you what you should do or what you shouldn't do. Be you, and I always say that. My leap of faith is Lesh Hip Hop, Saudi's first and only FM hip hop radio show. And it's, okay, when you see this picture, you see this guy screaming on the mic. Okay, now, the only reason why I'm always loud, and I'll always be loud, I don't care about nobody, is this. Imagine there's a door in front of me. And this door usually is made of wood, right? So easy they can tell you, break the door, go through it. It's wood, you can do that. Sadly, the door I'm facing, ladies and gentlemen, is made of steel. By door meaning it's the ignorance that I'm fighting. It's like, you talk English, you're kafir, you're an infidel. You support hip-hop, it's an American culture. Why you're bringing it? Hip-hop is a world culture. Yes, it started in the US, but it is everywhere that now there's hip-hop. So the chair you're sitting on right now is not made from the UAE, so why you're sitting on it? That's wrong thinking, You gotta think global and think really big. So this door is made of steel. I'm gonna be loud enough for the ignorant person inside that door to open the door, say, I'm sick of you, just get inside. And that's exactly what I do always in my life. I'm always very loud. And I launched a magazine. This is my wife. Please give her a big round of applause in the middle. I shouted you out. So you gotta be diverse. So we launched a magazine called Revolt Magazine. It talks about Arab and of course hip hop culture. I have a few mixtapes where I've supporting local talent as well. And I'm gonna end with these couple of slides. But by the way, I have around 10 USBs I want to give away. So maybe after through the break, I will ask you a question, and if you answer it, you'll get the USB. But okay, next slide, please. Okay, so I was featured in these amazing media outlets: BBC, the CNNs, Arab News, and Your Middle East, and whatnot. It was a really beautiful experience. I'm getting a lot of support from all over the world. Okay, so this is LL Cool J's tweet. Shout out to Big Haas, Saudi Arabia, and the whole Gulf. Peace and love. That was LL Cool J, which was really interesting to me, of course, and hopefully we'll bring him down here soon. That's what he said. So, okay, I wrote this, and I wrote this. I'm not a rapper, like I said, but I wrote this. I thought I wanna just tell you how passionate I am about emceeing and lyricism in general. I say, I'm a human first with great passion I fight. I'm a human first with activism I enlight. I'm a human first with a pen I shatter walls. I'm a human first with my mic I get to the oppressed coals. And this is very important. Yes. Thank you. My last slide is this. This is in Jeddah. Who knows here El Cid, the calligraphy artist? Yes. Give him a big round of applause, El Cid. So El Cid is a Tunisian French calligraphy artist who mixes calligraphy and graffiti arts together. He wrote this in Saudi. In Arabic it says الإنسان الذي لا أثر له لا حياة له, which means a human with no trace has no life. And I'm talking to the students, I'm talking to you guys, and to the other room. I'm saying leave a trace. It's important to leave an impact in life. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Leave something positive to this world. Leave something for the people to be inspired from. It doesn't matter if it's small or big. It doesn't matter if only one person knows about it. Just leave that. It's very important. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I always say at the end, one love, one world, one humanity. I want you guys to give yourself a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you, TEDx AUS.